It is Friday, October 25th, and we're here for the news and a few comments on things that are going on the forum and stuff. That is a piece I don't think I've ever played it for you guys. It's called Shadows of Moloka'i, and more on that later. I don't know why I haven't played it in a really long time. All of a sudden, it just seemed like the song to play. I was going to try to stay a little calmer today on the news. I don't know, maybe it's because it's colder finally here in California, but who knows? Today, no getting amped up. Maybe, we'll see. Let's see. Oh, first thing, public service announcement. I have one item left from the guitar camp that somebody didn't pick up, and I think I sent an email out to everybody from camp. But somebody in room 10 left an air mattress. Everything else has been tracked down. There were only 3 things left there. Not bad for like 40 people hanging out at the camp. Let's see, it was a guitar stand, actually 2 guitar stands. One belonged to Alex DeGrassi, and that's off in a box ready to go next to him. So he got a hold of me. And another guitar stand that we've tracked down, Kurt. And then this mysterious air mattress that we might still have. So somebody in room 10, which I don't have my paperwork still with me. Oh, and then there was some Hawaiian shirt. It matched all those little things on the cozies that everybody got. Luckily, they saved that for us. Family heirloom. Got left there. Shouldn't have worn it that day, I guess. Let's see. I have one other thing related to the IGC to tell you about. Oh, and so something that we finally got to today, not today, but this week, was a whole new set of reviews from some of our members. I think there were a new batch of 6. We had Andy, Sandy, Pete, Kurt, Jeff, and Chan. Chan, by the way, thanks again for that Beatles book. It's really cool. I've only gotten a little bit into it right now because, well, just because I'm working on too many lessons. Speaking of lessons, we had some really interesting ones this week, and I have some other stuff I want to talk about on the forum. I will get to that. Let's see. We've been through the Lost and Found, the reviews. Okay, so now just kind of like a quick rundown of some of the stuff we had this week. Some different types of songs, that's for sure. As you all probably noticed, hit another one that was pretty high on the recommend a lesson list, the Black Crowes tune, She Talks to Angels, that I'm not going to, oh, except in the lesson, I showed you kind of a way of getting pretty close to it. Of playing it, you know, kind of in standard tuning. So, and Al, great job on that. Acoustic Al put up a video of him playing it and then tracked down videos of him working on it years ago. So nice work, and way to help the momentum ball rolling. So that was pretty cool. I guess while I'm talking about that, there have been a lot of uploads lately, and I haven't done any reviews in a while. So I'm hoping next week to get to some of that, because I've seen some great things in there, and some great ones in the busking channel, little Johnny Cash and other stuff. So this one seemed like it kind of started the whole ball rolling again too. So thanks to Vanessa for putting up Rosa May there. Anyway, some of the other tunes. Not surprisingly, a lot of people are not familiar with Fred Neil. I know when I put his lesson up last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, of the Dolphins, I talked a little bit about him, and I'm sure in that lesson I mentioned that he had written Everybody's Talkin'. And I did a little more research into, he pretty much spent the rest of his life until I think he died in 2001, of saving the dolphins, working on dolphin projects based in and around in Florida. So his musical success led him to working on saving the species from slavery that a lot of dolphins are sort of drawn into. We will probably get to the differences between his version and Harry's version a little bit later, but his version is, Fred's is again kind of more strumming, and Harry's has got some really fast picking in it. Anyway, so we'll save that for another day. I don't know, I'll get to it somewhere down the line. Let's see, we had, let's see if I can remember this. Fred and I are working on a couple different ways of playing that intro to And I Love Her, and making it sound like a combination of the two things. So I hope some of you guys that are into Beatles songs. I don't know, probably not too many, but got a chance to take a look at that. Let's see. Talked about most of the other stuff that I wanted to. Later in the week, I dug out another Renaissance piece, and appreciate Dean. That was a great question about where all this stuff is available, and I think yes, I did put this back on the forum, but I am getting an easier link to that. Once we have that whole guide to reading music kind of packaged together, that'll appear all under like the theory something or something like that, but it's still kind of a work in progress. And I was going to try to do it more sequentially. Like I have more stuff. The next couple of parts are going to talk about reading in different keys, reading in the key of G, and playing a G scale, and then reading in the key of D, which is what that one does, of course. The Tanz from the early 17th century, and. Anyway, so I still have a lot of organizational stuff to do on that until it's all together, but I figured every once in a while I'd just throw up a new piece that could be fun to work on. Matter of fact, Bart, if you're looking, you sent me a message a while ago about just working on coordinating altered finger picking and stuff like this. This particular song in drop D is one that offers a good opportunity to learn to do this and maybe just improvise. It's a silly folk song. Okay, well anyway, this song could help kind of promote thumb and finger independence. Of course, it doesn't go anything like that. I forget how it goes. No, let's see. Okay. Enough of that. I promised I was going to stay calm. It's not working. What else can I play in drop D? Oh! Can't play that in 3/4 time. I gotta get to a lesson on that. I hope people have enjoyed Sandy working on poems, prayers, and promises. Okay, let's see. Did I talk about the uploads? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did, yeah, because I said I need to get to more of those. And let's see, did I talk about, wow, anything else I forgot about? We got through the reviews. Michelle, great little thing about superpowers. I haven't had time to think about it yet, but I saw some people's answers, and that was very cool. So thanks for coming up with fun things to listen to. There are fun things to ponder there and in tunes. And, I did have one more thing I wanted. In case you guys haven't seen the new parts to the Fahey lesson. Did I talk about that yet? No. That was the last thing. That just showed up today. We are now done with kind of improvising your own version and working on playing it the way John actually did it. From this album that I still have handy here, Blind Joe Death. And like I point out in the lesson, you know, the first album of his I heard, I got these later. They were hard to find back in about 1970 when I first heard. I don't have this one out here, but it was After the Ball, and it included Horses and Beverly and another really cool tune, some really cool things. But yeah, we took a look at all these, you know, kind of, I don't know how you describe that kind of artwork, but great titles to his albums: Death Chants, Breakdowns, and Military Waltzes, The Dance of Death, and Other Plantation Favorites. And I've mentioned before how hearing his version of right around the same time I picked up these albums. It was volume 4, The Great San Bernardino Birthday Party, I think it was called. One of his more his first 6 albums got re-released in 1963, I believe, and then again in 67 as volumes 1 through 6. And it might have been on volume 6, Days Have Gone By. I I could be crossing streams and wires here. So it was either Volume 6, Days Have Gone By. I know it wasn't Volume 5, which was the Transfiguration of Blind Joe Death, and or Volume 4, The Great San Bernardino Birthday Party. You know what? It was Days Have Gone By. I can see it now. This black album cover with kind of a yellowish sun in it, or something like that. And I'll break that one. You know what? I'll bring that one out for you next week. Show you some more Fahey albums. But the first one, After the Ball, had this great mirror ball thing with a couple dancing underneath it, and orchestra. It's called John Fahey and his orchestra. I encourage you guys to check that out. But I've probably talked about that in the lesson on one of those tunes. Anyway, so where I'm going is that we're getting close to now playing this exactly the way John did with his little introduction. And then the heavy way he plays. Hurts my nails to do that, but John had a very distinct and not delicate. It was an in-your-face kind of style. Loved it. So that's what came out this week. Is two parts to the second to last installment, let's say, of In Christ There's No East or West, and I hope you guys are enjoying that, because what the parts that went up today were pretty much exactly the way he plays it. Although now that if you pick it up on The Legend of Blind Joe Death, it includes both the original version of this, 1959, and the remake that he did a few years later. Slightly out of tune, all kinds of things about that guitar music from back then. Okay, I think that is enough. Let's see, we've been through the Renaissance stuff, we've been through Fahey. I will see you next week.